Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back to show off a cool little order that I got from Roxx Records out of California here recently, before I got sick. But yeah, first order of the year from this label. I love ordering from them. They put out a lot of really cool stuff, a lot of really good reissues, and they distro a lot of cool things as well. But yeah, this is the first time I've ever ordered from them where they put everything in a box, like usual, but they actually put all my stuff inside of this cool little bag. Of course, you got the Roxx logo there, then you got the No Life Till Metal logo, which is the label run by Scott Waters here on YouTube. So, really cool little goodie to kind of keep, kind of a keepsake, I guess you can say. But yeah, gonna start things off with a cool little pin that I got. I actually showed this band's one of their releases here, one of the last times I mentioned Roxx Records, and that's this cool little Biogenesis pin. I don't know how well you can make out that logo, but yeah, really dig that logo. Really love that pin. Really good band. But yeah, this first CD is one that I swore I bought it once before, but apparently I haven't. And it's maybe one of those ones that I would, think about buying, and I either didn't put it in the cart or I had it in the cart and I end up not making the order or whatever. But I finally got it, and that is Combat Faith with In Your Face. Of course, Combat Faith were a heavy metal band out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, active between, I believe, 1989 to 91. This is just a compilation of their self-titled demo from 1991, which is tracks 1 through 6 on here. And then you have their demo from 89, which is tracks 7 through 10. Have not gotten to listen to the whole thing yet, but what little I have listened to it on YouTube and everything sounded really good, so I'm really looking forward to jamming the rest of this. This is another band that I'd seen Scott showing off some reissues that I think he worked on these. I could be wrong, but they were vinyl reissues, and it's a band that I've seen him mention before and a few others. And I'm like, you know what? I was like, I'm finally going to check them out. And I started listening to stuff from the various albums. They sounded really cool, so I finally picked this up. But this is Bloodgood with their self-titled. Of course, Bloodgood are a hard rock / heavy metal band out of Seattle, Washington. Been around since 1984. This is their debut full length, as I said, originally put out by Frontline Records in 1986. This is a 2019 reissue on Retroactive Records, part of their Legends Remastered series. So yeah, definitely worth checking out if you love good hard rock and heavy metal. Pretty much all of these here are definitely Christian themed bands, so don't let that shy you away, because this is some really quality stuff, and this is coming from me. You know my thoughts on that whole thing. But yeah, these last four are ones again that I saw Scott showing off because he worked on these reissues, and I loved how they looked, and I've been seeing that band name around for a long time, so I finally listened to some of them. Thought, man, I've got to pick these up. And the band in question is Leviticus, and I just love how these reissues, the spines look when you stack them together. That looks so freaking cool. But yeah, if you're not familiar with Leviticus, they were a hard rock and heavy metal band out of Sweden, been kind of active on and off since 1981. They haven't put out any new material in quite a while, but from what I understand, they have been doing some live shows and things. But yeah, this is their debut full-length album, I Shall Conquer. Definitely has that old school 80s, hand-drawn painting artwork, which I love. And this is actually the English version of the debut full-length, originally put out by Talking Music in 1984. This and all of these are Girder Records reissues from last year, all limited to 500 copies. The original Swedish version of this is called Jag Skal Segra, which I totally butchered that, I know. And Roxx does have copies of that, and I will probably pick that up, as well as the live album that was part of this reissue series. But I really wanted to get the full lengths before I got the live album. But what's cool about these is that all of them come with these cool little trading cards with a little silver foil, part of their little series here. And it has the artwork on the back of what album it goes to. This is number 50 in the series. And then this one, the artwork, I always thought looked like Stradivarius. This is The Strongest Power. Second full-length album out on Twilight Records in 1985. Again, Girder Records reissued this last year. And again, comes with a really cool trading card there. Number 51 in the series. And I love the artwork on the inside. The artwork here kind of has that, looks like something you would see on an old school, like, 80s computer game or something, you know. Really cool stuff. But yeah, definitely looking forward to listening to this one a little bit more, along with the rest of these. Now we're kind of getting away from the painted artwork, the kind of quote-unquote cheesy 80s artwork, some might call it. But this is Setting Fire to the Earth. Third full-length, originally put out on Royal in 1987, and it is the first album with our brand new vocalist Terry H. And again, got the trading card. This is number 52 in the series. And last but most certainly not least, kind of back to the more painted artwork. This is Knights of Heaven. Fourth and final full-length album, again put out originally by Royal in 1989, and again comes with a cool little trading card there. This is number 53 in the series. So yeah, really looking forward to jamming all of these. Like I said, I've listened to a little bit off of each one just to kind of gauge their sound before I made this order. But, you know, this is just, I think, another solid stack of stuff from Roxx Records. I definitely want to eventually pick up the live album. You know, live albums tend to not take as high priority as studio albums, especially when it comes to reissues. But I will probably eventually get that. And I definitely want to get the Swedish version of the debut album at some point as well. So that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.